Well, as you can plainly see, it's fall on Cape Cod. It's a beautiful, crisp morning about 1 week before Thanksgiving. And after owning the house, having built it about 21 years ago, it dawned on Allie and I that we should have a video of the beach and the surrounding area. We get constant questions from our guests, good questions like, is the beach sandy? Is it swimmable? Is it safe for kids? Are there sharks? So we'll start off this video with the answer to all those questions, which is yes, with the exception of the sharks. So I'm going to take you down on the beach and show you what we're looking at here. First, from up here, we're just going to pan back so you can see the proximity of the house to the water. We have two staircases that go down. This one here that I'm at, and there's one on the other side on our side yard. Where I'm standing is a public right-of-way. The public essentially is our neighborhood, which is right down there, about 8 or 9 homes of very, very nice people who come down into the beach through here. So it doesn't get a lot of traffic. There's no public parking on our street, so it's really just the neighbors who will mostly occupy this area here. And of course the neighborhood's to my right. That's Josh and Jen's house. They have a bunch of kids and a dog. And make sure you say hi to them if you see them. Really, really nice neighbors. So down here, what we're looking at is a strip of seagrass. It's lighter and thicker in different areas as far as the width of it goes, but this is in front of our house, and this is all the grass we get right here. In other words, on the other side of the grass is more sand and more sand, and just keeps on going out. The grass is just nice. It's easy on your feet. There's really no creepy crawly things in there. A little bit thicker down that way, but again, same deal. If you look on the other side of the grass, and this is low tide, and I'm taking you out at low tide so you really could get a feel for the beach. And you can see it's sandy. There are beaches on the Cape that are rocky. There are some that are half sand, half pebbles. Ours is sandy. So as the tide goes out, it's just more and more and more sand. Sometimes as far as the eye can see. What we're looking at across the way here is Sandy Neck. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here so you can see the little village out there and the lighthouse. And what that is an 8-mile long spit of land that creates what's called Sandy Neck. Sandy Neck ends right there, and that is the opening to Barnstable Harbor, and goes out to the great Atlantic Ocean. On that side, now if you look at the map of a map of Cape Cod, you'll notice it goes up like a big arm. It goes up to the north and then over to the west. So what we're looking at there is roughly, that's Dennis and Brewster. And when Allie and I come out here with our dogs, we like to take walks. If we get a real low tide, it's kind of fun because you can go, basically you can just keep walking and walking and walking as far as you want out that way. You'll run out of steam before you run out of beach. At high tide, the water will come basically, well, tides are all different. It'll come up to the grass line. Oftentimes it'll go all the way up to the rocks, which is kind of fun because you can walk down the stairs and plop right into the water. It's like having a giant swimming pool right outside your door. There's our house in the center. All right, so to the west of us, not only do you get stunning sunsets, but you get more low tide. That's called Lobster Rock right there. Just around the corner and up a ways, about a quarter mile from here, is the public beach called Blish Point. And even for Cape Cod, as beaches goes, it's not a very not a very big public beach. In fact, the parking lot is quite small, so it doesn't see a ton of people. Like some of the beaches on Cape Cod, you get thousands and thousands of people. That ain't the case here. And our beach in the area here, again, because there's nowhere to park, you're just going to get the neighborhood. And there's some good activity out here in the summertime. Families, as you can see, we don't have any undertow. We don't have big waves. So it's really nice for little kids. It is pet friendly. Technically speaking, we actually own the beach in front of the house. And our neighbors are funny. Sometimes they'll kid us and they'll say, "Thank you so much for letting us use your beach." So Sandy Neck at what they call a king's tide, which is extraordinarily low, which does happen from time to time. You might get one when you're here. Oftentimes it has to do with the tide and the full moon and all that stuff. You would technically be able to walk over to Sandy Neck. There's so much sand. The only reason you couldn't do it is because they keep it dredged just off of Sandy Neck, so the larger boats, like our whale watch boat, can come in and out. And the whale watch boat leaves right out of the harbor, which is right around the bend there, just after the public beach. Here's a little secret for you too. If you want to grab a little picnic or take the dog and go for a nice little walk, go over to the public beach, which is really fun for people watching. But just around the corner, as you go further from the beach, there's another little beach that is at the opening of the harbor. And it's really fun because no one ever uses it. And it's a great place just to watch all the boats coming in and out and the shell fishermen. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to go back up to the side of the house. I'll show you our side yard. A little chilly this morning. As I said, this is November. This is our favorite time of the year here at the house. Of course, we don't really get to use the house much in the summertime. That's for the renters. But if you could ever get back here in the off season or the shoulder season, it's really pretty magical. Very, very quiet this morning too. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Cloudy day, so we're not going to get much of a sunrise. But if you're into photography or painting or just long, quiet walks, you ought to try to get here even in the winter time. We'll move out if we get the right renter. Sometimes we like to go somewhere warm. But when we're not traveling, we are happy as clams in our house. So we're coming up the stairs here to our side yard. This yard belongs to us. Those are our neighbors, Peter and Lynn Lyons. They have had the house for many, many, many years. Really nice people as well. They come down and use the house quite often. And they'll use our yard too. We let them cut through here, and they're awesome people. Say hi to them as well. There's the decks off the house, which are going to be hopefully being redone this winter, but we'll see. And then our outdoor shower. If you're here in the warmer months, make sure you try the outdoor shower. It's fabulous. So coming around the house here, we're going to end the tour. These are our gardens, which are usually beautiful in the warmer months. Our hydrangea just pop. We have all kinds of purple and pink hydrangea. Roses. If you're here in the summer, you might see Irwin the Rose Man, who takes care of our roses that climb up the side of the house. And thank you for taking the tour. Hope to see you soon.